An important part of every celebration, and indeed Easter, is food. And so that is why our focus right now is on the food industry. How is it doing, especially this season? Now, all over the world, festive periods are always times to look forward to activities like shopping for new dresses, shoes, food items, and other goodies. Now, at these periods, traders usually make a lot of sales. Consequently, prices of goods and services witness a rise too. But as there are different festive periods like Christmas celebration commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, you have the New Year celebration, you have the Eid-el-kabir, so also the level of preparation by especially Christians and Muslims respectively. Now, the Easter season is a time when one would expect to see Nigerians troop into the market, expecting a hike in prices of goods and services, increased market activities and sales. Now, we'll take a look at the rising prices of food items. And joining us to discuss this is Omolara Totten, Creative Director of La Peculiar Event Management Services, an event company that has been in operation for 7 years. It's a pleasure having you on a special Christmas edition of the program. Thank you so much, Omolara.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Now, looking at the food industry, maybe we should start with a general overview of what it is like this Easter season. What's the season like for you?
Well, the season has been amazing. Like it's always been every other season where families, friends get together, have fun, use every opportunity, to marry and then also to celebrate. And most especially for Christians who use this festive period to remember the reason for the season, like it's majorly put. The reason for the season, use it to look back, reflect on life and what life has been for you so far.
So is there an increase in patronage? What's it like in terms of business?
Business-wise, especially in the food industry, at a time like this, it's always a good one for every food vendor, in the sense that people are now more than before capitalizing on making food orders instead of spending so much time to cook. So at festive period like this, it's always a time, let me use the language as it's being used, to cash out. Because people come, you make orders either for food, for soups, anything to make them to take care of their time at home, while they don't really have to put a lot of energy into catering.
But of course, we also know that there has been a hike in the prices of food items and all of that. How has that affected your business, especially now that you have to do more cooking, since you say there are more patronage from people?
It has affected in a very, in fact, far beyond words. We all know that Nigeria has been experiencing a lot of downtime for the past few months. And food is one of the sections that's really been affected with a lot of hikes. Traders will tell you it is based on increment in foreign exchange. Some will tell you they cannot import and all that. So over the few months, we've been experiencing a lot of over 100% hike in the food industry. So now, coupled with festive period, which is normally known to be an avenue for traders, especially food vendors, food traders, to actually hike their prices. So now we are experiencing it, I won't say double, because I think they don't realize that Nigeria, for what it is right now, is not smiling. And because we already have this overbearing increment already, the difference between what it was like a couple of weeks ago and now that Easter is here is not so much, but at the same time it is much. Do you understand?
Yeah.
In the sense that
Absolutely.
we've been experiencing, it's been crazy, and then the festive period is here. And this time around, I think we're having double celebration. We're having the Christians doing their Easter. We're having the Muslims doing their their Ramadan. And these periods are known normally for the Eid. But because we already had, we've started experiencing it.
Yes.
We are not really. We've learned to adjust.
Okay. So you already had a cushioning package to cushion the effects of the high.
So the adjustment already would accommodate what this festive period is going to bring for us.
I need you to give us industry data. How much does a bag of rice, for instance, or beans go for now? Because, of course, these are commodities that you deal with on a daily basis in the course of your services. So how much does all of this, if you can give us just a data or price range of these commodities?
To give us an idea of the increment.
Okay, for rice, depends, but for rice varies between 28, some 30. A couple of weeks back, I met one of the rice dealer, and when we got talking, it was like his own bag of rice is going for 32. So the price is fluctuating. So it ranges between 28 to 32, 33,000 at this moment.
So that's just for rice. I mean, is it foreign rice or local rice, as it were? Because I do know that we have different types of, make or rice commodities. You have the long and then the short seed as well.
Grain.
So maybe you need to just give us how much do you buy them before? How much are they now?
Okay, before the Eid started, rice was still going for as low as 22, 23, 24. But now we are having to buy at the rate of 28, 29, 30, 32. So it's a lot of difference. And of course, we have the foreign rice, we have the local rice. The local rice still comes more affordable than the foreign rice. And then mostly what you will find in the market these days are the short grain rice compared to when we normally have the long grain rice.
So which do you prefer? Which do you use mostly? Is it the long grain or the short?
We use the short. We use more of the short because it's more, I would say it's more economical.
But data shows now that the short is even now more expensive than the long.
Because it's being more used. That's why I said it's best because it's more economical. It saves you the gas because it cooks
faster.
It needs little water, to get the best texture and feel you want from a cooked rice.
Just a moment.
So that will give you.
Yeah, just a moment. We're going to continue with this conversation, but let's quickly take a break, and when we come back, we'll start from where we stop now. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's take a moment now. It's still Easter special coming to you from our studios here in Lagos. We'll be back. Please stay with us. Well, glad to have you back now. We've been talking about the prices of food ahead of the Easter celebration, and Amolara 13, who is the creative director of La Peculiar, is still here with us. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for staying with us.
We appreciate you. Just to get started, of where we stopped the other time before we went on break. We're looking specifically at how much these commodities cost, right? But you were talking about
Rice.
the rice, the short seed, which you said the price is rising because of the high demand. I mean, talk to us more. Why do you think there is a high demand for that particular one?
Well, the reason there's a high demand for it is it's more economical. In the sense that it doesn't need so much water to cook. So if it's not going to take so much water to cook, you end up spending lesser gas to prepare your choice of rice. So that is why most people tend to go on that lane other than the long grain rice.
Okay, so talking about the price of rice, recently our President Muhammad Buhari released 40,000 metric tons of rice from the strategic grain reserve, and one would expect that that should give some form of reprieve and reduce the price of rice, but it looks like the opposite is the case. What do you think this would mean for Nigerians, especially as the president has already promised that this would be released?
Well, it's a promise, right? And Nigerians can only, I believe we can only begin to take it when we see it being done. It was said that it's been released. Are they circulating? Is it getting to the appropriate, are the people who sell and have direct link to the masses, for lack of a better word, are they getting it? It is when it gets to them at an affordable rate that they can now consider dropping the prices that they sell to consumers. But in a situation whereby it's not getting to them, they still need to sell to us what they buy. And of course, they need to use the rate at which they buy to sell to us.
Just before we get to looking at what you have for this particular season, let's talk a bit again about some of these commodities. One time, a basket of tomatoes was sold for around 6,000, and these are part of ingredients that you use in some of the events that you have.
Yes.
So, how much are these commodities now? Tomato, onions are there. You also have a bag of beans as well. So give us a piece and bits here of some of this commodity, how much they go for.
A bag of tomatoes right now, as at last week, we still got a basket of tomato for about 13,000 naira. So, like I said, these commodities, there are no fixed price to them.
Okay.
They fluctuate. So the amount you could get at this, like say last week, could be different from what you'll be getting right now. But as at last week, when we still went to the market, a basket of tomatoes still went for 13,000.
And how much was it before now?
Before we started on the hike, we had it for 8,000, 10,000, 6,000. They're about 10,000 max, but last week is up to 13,000 now.
That's about 50% increase.
Increase.
But, yes, but let's also talk about this season. It's the Easter season, and I know that there will be a lot of events, family get together, hang out, and all of that. What does that mean for your industry?
Well,
because I'm asking that question because you're not just a food. You're not just a caterer, you also plan events and all of that.
Yes. Easter season for us is that time that we always look forward to, because we know that a lot of people will want to do a lot of get-togethers, want to host families, want to host friends, and of course the Christians just concluding their fast, and so events were a bit on the low key, but now that the fasting is over and the season is here, it's a time we've been looking forward to, because we know that jobs will roll in. events will pick up, will start, and then definitely we'll get our hands filled up with a lot of activities here and there.
And of course, more money.
Yes, so that's what we're looking for.
All
Okay.
right.
I want us to talk a bit about, yes, you have a program lineup. Do you have some special programs lined up in the industry, maybe from trying to look at opportunities that one can take advantage of in the industry? Because I know, of course, the industry, of course, has a lot of opportunity to offer. A lot of people also want to look at how to maximize if there's anything they can do in that sector.
Well, the event industry is growing, and it's giving rooms for different opportunities. So you can either go the event planning way, the deco way, the catering way, the souvenir. Even the souvenir now is the souvenir vendors are getting more into the system because there isn't no party or gathering without souvenirs.
True.
So it's wide. There are a lot of, we have the drinks, we have the small chops. So there are many ways for you to purchase. You just need to realize where your passion falls, what you're good at, and most importantly, get trained for it, and then just put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there. I think that's a fine place to live it, and we hope that you have an awesome Easter celebration, Omolara.
Thank you for your